In this video segment, we are going to discuss about EDLC approaches. So EDLC approach or the model, these are the different models which can be followed to develop an embedded system. The first one is a waterfall or linear model. Second one is an iterative, incremental or a fountain model. Third one is a prototyping model, and fourth one is a spiral model. Let us discuss each of these in detail. So first EDLC approach or EDLC model is the linear or waterfall model. So we can see that the different phases of embedded product development life cycle, all these phases are arranged in a linear fashion. First the need, conceptualization, then analysis, design, and so on. So this approach is called as a waterfall model. So the peculiarity is the output of one phase is serving as the input of the next phase. The output of this phase is the input of this phase. In that manner, the waterfall model is implemented. There are several advantages and disadvantages for this waterfall model. Some advantages are the documentation is very much important in the case of waterfall model, and the project management is comparatively easy, and drawbacks of the waterfall model are the risk analysis is performed only once, and once you have completed a phase, it is not possible to go back. The flow is unidirectional in the case of waterfall model, so we cannot go back to the previous phase once a phase is completed. So if there is any change in the requirement, or if there is any change in any of these phases, you cannot do that. So that is the disadvantage of the waterfall model. So this is the waterfall model: need, conceptualization, analysis, design, development and testing, deployment, after that support, upgrades and retirement. So you can see the different activities done at each phase in the waterfall model. The next model that we are going to discuss is iterative or incremental EDLC model. So as we have discussed, waterfall model has several disadvantages, or there are several problems for the waterfall model. So to avoid or to overcome all the difficulties in waterfall model, we have another model called as iterative or incremental model. So here in the iterative model, we have the repetition of phases. So there are several cycles, cycle 1, cycle 2, etc., cycle n. There are several cycles in which the steps are repeated again and again. So here you can see the need step, conceptualization, and the next analysis again started, analysis, design, development and testing, deployment. Again in the cycle 2, so after this cycle 1, feedback is taken from the user, and if there are any ambiguities or if there are any problem for the product, again certain functionalities are added in the cycle 2. Again these steps are repeated: analysis, design, development and testing, deployment, etc. And this repetitive implementation of the phases is the essence of this particular model. So this iterative model is implemented to avoid or to overcome the difficulties in the waterfall model. So here the cyclic execution of the different phases is done. So there are several advantages as well as disadvantages for this particular model. So advantages: so here after each cycle a feedback can be taken. If any feature or any function is to be implemented, that feedback can be taken after each cycle, and based upon the feedback the second cycle can be, or the next cycle can be done. And according to the user's needs, a user in the beginning he will be prescribing or describing some requirements. Afterwards he may change the needs. So if even if the user changes his or her needs, we can accommodate those needs in the next cycle. So the product development can be done in a cyclic manner by taking the feedback from the users. And project management and testing is also simpler when compared to the linear model or the waterfall model. There are certain disadvantages for this EDLC model. That is, after each cycle there will be review. There will be an extensive review process after each cycle, which is not present in the waterfall model. And a well documented interface definition should be there so that the changes can be accommodated after each cycle. So iterative, incremental or fountain EDLC model is an approach which is put forward because of the difficulties in the waterfall model. The next model is prototyping or the evolutionary model. So this model also follows a cyclic process. The product is developed in multiple cycles, and that cyclic process is similar to the iterative model. The peculiarity in this model is in each cycle a prototype is made, and this prototype is not commercially deployed to the user. It is just used for evaluation and to identify the shortcomings. So in this figure you can see here the approach starts. Here the initial requirement and planning is done. Afterwards a prototype is made. In the design phase a primary design is made, and an initial prototype is created. After making the initial prototype, the prototype is made available to the customer, and the customer will be doing the evaluation and the feedback will be given to the developer. After getting the feedback from the customer, the developer will refine the requirements and plan according to that, and afterwards a refined design is made. After refining the design, again the next prototype is created. This next prototype is again given to the customer for his evaluation and feedback, and again the developer gets the feedback, he refines the requirement, he refines the design, again the next prototype is made. So this particular cycle is repeated for a finite number of times, and afterwards the final product is delivered to the customer. So before the completion of the product, the commercial deployment of the prototype is not done. The prototype is used only to get the feedback from the customer. So that is the prototype model. Next EDLC approach is the spiral model. Spiral model was developed by Barry Boehm in 1988. Spiral model is considered to be a risk-driven model. If there is any risks involved in the EDLC approach, for example, if we use a new technology or if we are going through a research work, those are considered as risks. So spiral model is used in such scenarios. The activities involved in a spiral model are 4 activities mainly. The first one is to determine the objectives, alternatives and constraints involved in the development process. Second activity is to evaluate the alternatives, identify and resolve the risks involved. And third one is to develop and test, and fourth one is to plan. So these are the major activities involved in the spiral model. The spiral model is considered to be a combination of the concepts of linear model and the prototyping model. It uses the linear model, it uses the concepts of linear model and the iterative nature of prototyping model for its implementation. So when we are talking about the spiral model, it is used for the development of complex embedded products, and in situations where the user requirements changes often. So spiral model is used in the development of complex embedded products, and the risk evaluation is done in each stage. So this is the figure which represents the spiral model. Here in the 4 quadrants, the important steps are done. The requirements, planning, risk analysis, prototyping, development plan, again risk analysis, prototyping, verification. Again these steps are repeated, and in the final step only the complete operational product is developed and delivered to the customer. So spiral model involves all the steps of the waterfall model or the linear model, but it is a cyclic process, and after each important phase a risk analysis is done. That is important in the case of spiral model. This risk evaluation is very much helpful in reducing the problems in the final product. Also, this prototype is a model which is given to the user so that any shortcomings are identified and the shortcomings can be overcome in the coming phases. So this is a spiral model. So spiral model is also called as a risk driven model, and this approach is mainly used for implementing complex projects. In this video segment, we discussed the 4 EDLC approaches: waterfall, iterative incremental model, evolutionary model, and the spiral model. Thank you.